Hey there, my name is Sarah and I'm an autoimmune protocol coach. And in this video, I'm going to talk about 3 things that cause autoimmune disease. Now, there's not much you can do about number 1, but numbers 2 and 3, we have some control over, so make sure that you stay till the end. The first factor that predisposes us to autoimmunity is genetics. So if you have a first-degree relative who has an autoimmune condition, chances are about 1 in 22 that you will also develop an autoimmune condition. And in the general population, chances are about 1 in 100. So genetics definitely play a role in whether or not you are predisposed to developing an autoimmune condition. There's not much you can do about your genetics, but these next 2 risk factors you have a little bit more control over. So risk factor number 2 is your environmental triggers. These are the things that we're exposed to in your environment, like pollutants, like toxins in your personal care products. And even bacteria and viruses can trigger autoimmunity. And this is because these things trigger your immune system. And anytime that your immune system is triggered, there's a chance that things can go wrong and it might recognize the wrong substance in your body as the enemy. And number 3 is the one that we have the most control over, and that is diet and lifestyle. So a poor diet can contribute to intestinal permeability, which is also known as leaky gut. And this can cause nutritional deficiencies and activate our immune system. And lack of sleep, lack of movement or exercise, and chronic stress can also all trigger autoimmunity. Acute stress can too. So oftentimes autoimmunity comes during a traumatic event, a death of a family member or another type of trauma. And even where you live can play a role, because in the northern hemisphere we have a lot less sun exposure, and so vitamin D levels tend to be lower, and that can predispose you to autoimmunity as well. So if you have a genetic predisposition, that doesn't necessarily mean you will develop an autoimmune disease. And if you do have an autoimmune disease, there's still things that we can do to manage it. So you can't help your genetics, and a lot of times we can't help the infections that we might have been exposed to that might trigger our immune system. But we have a little bit more control over our environment and our diet and lifestyle. So if you want to see more videos about those, give a thumbs up, and I will make more videos about autoimmunity and the modifications that we can make to reduce our risk of developing the autoimmunity and also reduce our symptoms if we've already developed an autoimmune condition. Okay, take care.